Give happily. Universe gives you back. Empty your vessel. Your vessel is ready to receive more.
We learn about life through questions.
How do we manage that in a relationship?
Can it also affect the circumstances?
Are they able to really understand anything?
Why all these three things are linked together?
So what do we do with social media?
To answer some of these, Mr. Praveen Mankar, founder of Pratibimb Charitable Trust, brings to you Face to Face. This week we are talking about the power of giving.
Life's persistent and most important question is, what are we doing for others? मधुबन खुशबू देता है, सागर सावन देता है, जीना उसी का जीना है जो औरों को जीवन देता है. So sir, we hear, the more you give, the more you get. How true is this statement?
Simple है, सीधे बैठिए, sit straight.
Okay.
Good. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Take another breath. Don't exhale. Take one more breath. Don't exhale. Take another breath. Don't exhale. Take another breath. Possible? Not possible. Nature teaches you that unless you give out breath, you can't even take breath. So give and take is a law of life. This is the first law that is taught to us by the universe and nobody recognizes it. Unless you empty out a cup, can you fill it up again? No chance. So empty out is a law. Giving is a law. What to give, how much to give is an individual choice. But human beings choose not to give. Aane do. Huh? And then when you refuse to give, you have choked yourself so much that the universe cannot give anything more to you. Your receiver is completely full. So learn to give. Giving is a law.
But generally, if you see, we keep asking all the time. We keep asking even from God.
Yes.
So we go to God, we say, Bhagwan, aisa kiya to mujhe aisa de. And sometimes we even bribe God.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
So we are all the time only asking. We just want things for ourselves.
So what's the question?
So the question is that, I say, going to the God and asking like, do this for me, do that for me, does that really help?
It helps your psyche. Whether it helps in reality is questionable, is debatable. Now, if you really want things in life, then learn to give. You watch all the rich people, people who have a lot of material substance. One habit they have is of giving. And I normally give this example of a businessman. Maybe he has all the bad qualities. Maybe he breaks the rules of the country, breaks the norms. But he has one good quality. He employs people. And in that process of employing people, he is feeding families of his employees. He gives salaries. And for that reason, through the law of cause and effect, the universe gives this person a lot of abundance. The more you give, the more you get. If you look at a natural phenomenon, the vegetables grow in abundance, enough to feed the whole world. You ill-treat vegetables, you cut them, you boil them, you fry them, you waste a lot of food, and the vegetables have no complaints.
Nothing changes. Yeah.
And because they are constantly supplying to the higher kingdoms, when I say higher kingdoms, I mean the animals and the human beings, vegetables are blessed with abundance. The universe blesses vegetables with grow in abundance. You want to grow in abundance? Learn to give. Human beings are afraid to give. If I give, I will become poor. If I give, I will have a lack in future. My future will be insecure. All these are mind stories. created by the human being, created by the society, and therefore I have collected enough for my 7 generations to
True.
survive. Who are you to decide about your 7 generations? You might have calculated for 7 generations. Your next generation will blow everything
all
away.
up.
You have no control over that. So, give happily, give readily. Many a times we see people giving. Mera purana shirt. De diya. That's not giving. You are disposing of something which you
That
didn't want. You really want to give a shirt, go and buy a new shirt and give. That is giving. So, giving also has categories. Giving to get rid of, or giving out of joy, happiness, gratitude that you are getting enough. You exhaled just now because you had no choice. Your chest got choked because you were inhaling. Now out of compulsion you have to exhale. That giving is not a happy giving. That's a forceful giving. Give happily. Universe gives you back. Empty your vessel. Your vessel is ready to receive more. And how much more do you want? As much as is your vessel size. You cannot collect more than your vessel size. So what are you calculating? 7 generations, this and that.
It doesn't help.
Doesn't make sense.
Then we often say, give with a very open mind, but don't expect in return.
Sure.
Now
You look
this,
at,
no, but if you ask me, this is easier said than done, because
true.
in terms of emotions, you
True.
know, when you are expressing your emotions, for example, towards someone, there is a little bit of expectation in return. So what would you say about that kind of giving?
You said it right at the beginning. You go to the temple, you've got an objective of asking something. You are not actually offering your devotion or your worship to the deity.
Yes, in that case, yes, yeah.
You have gone to the temple with the objective that I must get something in return.
Return.
God should bless me. God should bless me with good health. God should bless me with good family. God should bless me with abundance. So you want something in return. You have not gone there purely, God, I am happy and thankful that you have given me a lot of things in life. I have come here simply to express thanks. No, we are not trained that way. And today's society is even more materialistic. Even when you give a gift, there is a concept of return gift.
Yes, yes.
So the joy of giving is diluted because you are also receiving.
But this has a different aspect. A lot of parents feel, especially about return gifts, that you are teaching your child to give also, not just receive. For example, on birthdays, what we observe this, that kids tend to only receive gifts. So this concept of return gifts was actually, a lot of parents think that is a concept of giving, that you also give in return. So,
Yes.
you know, there's a little confusion there.
To an extent, you are right. But what it cultivates is a culture of contract.
Okay.
When you
So it
say
becomes
give,
like a
when
give
you
and
say
take.
give and take, it's a
Ah,
contract. कि
okay.
I, भैया जी आलू कैसा दिया? 40 रुपया किलो. So ये 40 रुपया आप लो, 1 किलो आलू
मुझे
दो.
Okay.
So you are cultivating that feeling of contract. When you say give, you give with nothing expected in return. That is giving. The minute you have an expectation of return, now people go to parties with an expectation that I'll get a return gift.
That's true. That's true.
Then the whole concept of giving unconditionally is diluted. You look at relationships, people give love. It's not unconditional love. There is an expectation in return. If I say I love you, then I am expecting something in return. For my love, what will you do for me? Is at the back of the mind. Then you are not following universal law of giving.
Okay. No, and today's world, you know, greed and material gains have taken such a forefront. People are like all after getting material things and stuff like that.
I am always standing like this.
Correct. So how do we bring in this culture of giving, of thanking? How do we improve the situation?
Only through experience. Because anything you try to tell or teach is considered as preaching. Nowadays, the generation says Gyan mat do.
Gyan mat do.
Huh? So it's only when you experience that by giving, my life has changed for the better. It can only be experienced. Now, when you are going to school at the primary school level, there is a wait of 10 years before you get a school leaving certificate. That means you have invested your time, you have given your time, you have given your energy, you have given your money and waited for 10 years to get a piece of paper which says you have passed school. If this concept is applied everywhere, that yes, give, wait, be patient, the fruits will come.
Okay.
Once you cultivate this culture that the fruits will come, you don't have to go and grab the fruit. I want it, I want it, I want it. Then there is peace. It's because people are grabbing that there is war, there is attrition, there is clash between individuals, there is clash between societies, because everybody wants to grab, nobody wants to give.
True. So, what would you say is the power in giving?
To be experienced, cannot be put in words, because no amount of gas is going to convince people. No amount of talk is going to convince people. You have to experience it. Learn to give and you will experience the magic of the universe. Newton's third law.
Every action has an equal and opposite
It
reaction.
comes back to you. But you have to experience that. If you are refusing to give, there's somebody watching in the universe. Okay, this guy is miserly. Why should I give him? Since we are talking in India, there is one shlok or a statement in Lakshmi Stotra. Lakshmi is supposed to be goddess of wealth.
True.
So there is a line in that stotra which says, अगर मैं गरीब के पास गई तो वो खुद सब कुछ खा लेगा, अगर मैं किसी अमीर के पास गई तो वो बांटेगा. What does it mean? That if I bless a poor person, poor by mentality, if I bless a poor person, he will hoard everything and keep it for himself.
Okay.
But if I go to a rich person, again rich by mentality, he will distribute the wealth to people around. So even the goddess of wealth is judicious about where she should go. She should go to a person who is willing to give. And that's the law that works with business people. Why business people become rich? Because they give. They may be corrupt people. They may be lousy characters. Another law is operating for their lousy behavior, for their corruption. Through the law of cause and effect, they will suffer for whatever they did. But for this one good act of giving, they get in abundance.
But here, if you see, they are also taking the services of the people who work for them, right?
Sure, they are taking.
So then you still call it giving?
Yes, it is still giving. Because if I didn't employ you, would you get any opportunity to earn?
Okay. Okay.
So there is also an opportunity.
Right.
When you have been employed, you have been given an opportunity to earn and take care of your family. Money that you got is for the service.
Okay.
But I gave you an opportunity. What did you give me for that?
Okay. That's a different take. Okay. So what would you say, like, what is the joy in giving?
Experience. I cannot describe to you the joy in giving. I can describe to you how this tea tastes.
Sure.
Wow, this is a flavor that is out of the world. The sugar content is absolutely apt. The decoction is perfect. The temperature is fine. And I don't allow you to drink your tea. Will you get the fun of enjoying this tea by my description? The fun comes when you taste your tea.
You experience the taste.
My description of the tea will not give you the fun of that tea. Your experience in giving cannot be described by me in words.
So true. When we give cheerfully and accept what comes to us gracefully, everyone is blessed. And moreover, no one ever has become poor by giving. So from this moment on, just give, and give whatever you can.
If you have some questions about life, please connect with us. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon for weekly updates.